Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Money Garden. My name is Alan, and today we're just going to talk about Bitcoin and where it's headed. We're seeing all new all-time highs with not only Bitcoin but with Ethereum. Litecoin just blew up today in the last couple of days, upwards to like 230, 240 something. Incredible. Not seen this in a long time. And of course, you have the news of Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, coming out saying that he has some crypto and he's been interested in it for a long time. Now, all of this news is incredibly bullish for crypto, and that's why you're seeing these new all-time highs in a bunch of different coins, not only the main ones but also some altcoins as well, and the metaverse coins too. I do want to inform you guys we'll be doing videos like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so be sure to tune in. Just join us in the conversation and see exactly what's happening in this world, and because it moves so fast that we want to bring you guys information as quickly as possible. And if there's anything we could do to make it better, please let us know. But of course, just like every video, I am not a financial advisor. Please find resources elsewhere as well. And we're just going to talk and have some fun and see exactly what's happening in the crypto space. As we jump right into coin market cap, I recommend this website to anybody that just wants to see an overarching area of what's going on in the crypto space. You can just check and see what the top earners are, what the top new coins are, what's pumping, what's dumping, and more importantly, how the market is doing in general. Lots of news sites. But of course, the big daddy of them all, the one we want to listen to and talk about the most, is Bitcoin. As you can see right now, Bitcoin is sitting pretty at $68,478. Now, this is a lot higher than we saw earlier in the year. We saw it close to 64,000 and it just popped down. And we've been seeing that with Bitcoin. Not only has it been holding, but honestly, it's been going up steadily. I do predict that we can be reaching roughly around 70,000. Of course, we have to hit 69,420, but we will be hitting 70,000 very soon. I think we could even be seeing something as close as 75,000 by the end of the month. That is extremely bullish, but I have always been extremely bullish on Bitcoin, more specifically with all this new news that's been coming out. And I don't know if you haven't noticed, but there hasn't really been that much FUD in Bitcoin compared to the last couple of months. I feel like every single week is just another reason for why people should get into Bitcoin. And I think a lot more people are starting to notice this. Even in my own life, I've noticed that uncles and cousins are just talking about it openly. The other day I was at the store and someone's like, hey man, did you buy Shiba Inu? Or did you hear about Shiba? Or did you hear about this? Or how about Bitcoin? And it's pretty interesting to hear this because finally the conversation is being had that there's something wrong in this country when it comes to the money situation, specifically with that new bill that got passed with upwards to like $2 trillion being spent. Now, it's good to spend that money on your people, but most likely it won't, and it's just going to get printed out and used incorrectly, which is what's making people fear what's going on in that market. So they move into the crypto market where they think it's a little bit more stable. And with Bitcoin right now, it is sitting at 1.2 trillion-dollar market cap. Now, it is about to hit 1.3 trillion. I'm very excited to see that happen. But of course, we still do have Ethereum. It hit another all-time high as well of $4,800. I do predict it being at 5,000 by next week, just alongside with Bitcoin as well. Now, please hold me to that. I do think it's going to happen. It's been trending towards that area for quite some time. With Ethereum, though, we will be seeing it jump a little bit faster next year, though, with talks of the flippening. Now, if you don't know what the flippening is, basically what they say is that Ethereum may just flip Bitcoin's market cap, making it the number one crypto in that space. Now, is it possible? It can. But the problem is Bitcoin is the granddaddy of them all. And because of that, a lot of people just continue to buy Bitcoin, not really with the intent of using it for anything really specific, but because they know it will retain its value a lot like gold. Now, with Ethereum, though, it's more like a platform. So a lot of people are invested in it because there's a big chance a lot of other things will go into Ethereum, allowing it to grow for not just for long-term hold, but for short-term use case, which is very important. And you have to think to yourself, what cryptos will I get into in order to take in something like that? And of course, something that really caught my eye, and I really didn't give it the credit that I think it should, was Litecoin. With Litecoin, we've seen quite the increase. I'm going to show you guys here on the map. Right now, this is a 1 day. We saw it hit upwards to $290. But check this out. So within the month, 1 month time, look at that incredible rise. Even the last 7 days, it's gone from being worth $200 all the way up to 290. That is incredible. With Litecoin, a lot of people don't know Dogecoin actually runs off Litecoin. So it's pretty interesting to see how Litecoin is actually surpassing Dogecoin in its growth, while even Dogecoin is still staying roughly in the 20 to 30 range. They are saying that there could be a breakout soon in Dogecoin, but right now my eyes are focused on Litecoin because that's what Dogecoin runs off of. So just keep that in mind if you are big in the Dogecoin scene. Keep that in mind. If you're big in the Shiba Inu scene, keep Ethereum in your mind because those are what run those altcoins, the versions of. So keep that in mind. And I also do want to mention Shiba Inu is still holding strong at 11. I've seen it at 11 for quite some time. People did dump a little bit. I saw it. I had about 10 million Shiba Inus as a joke, and it just blew up. Sadly, I had it staked. My question to you guys today is: have you guys staked your coins and just seen them blow up, and now you can't take them out? Uh, how do you feel about that? Personally, when I stake my coins, it's with the intent of knowing that nothing I could do. So although Shiba Inu did pump for a while, I still told myself nothing I could do. Move forward, continue moving, and keep seeing what can happen. With Shiba Inu, I do feel like it's gonna blow up again. Um, Probably not till maybe sometime next year, early next year. But with because since it is connected with Ethereum and it runs off Ethereum network, I feel like Shiba Inu has a great chance of blowing up even higher. Um, Personally, and I don't know if you guys know this, with Shiba Inu, and I'm not trying to hate up any holders of Shiba Inu. I hold some myself. With Shiba Inu, it will not reach $1. Personally, I don't think it will. For it to reach $1, it has to hit a market cap higher than Bitcoin, 4 times higher, in fact. And with that being said, I don't think there's enough trust and case used for Sheep Ina to even reach that. Now, I do believe it's got a chance now because it reached such a high place in the market, but for it to reach a penny is highly unlikely. But I did say Shiba Inu may not even reach anywhere near it is right now, so I'm just gonna stay quiet and just see where it goes with time. Um, Now, of course, we got to talk a little bit about some Bitcoin news. So, not only the Bitcoin jump an all-time high, but inflation is spiking because since the federal government just stated that they will be receiving upwards of $2 trillion for the infrastructure bill, people start seeing that things start costing a little bit more. The value of the dollar is dropping, and crazy enough, banks are still just paying you 0.01% on your money. And people are starting to see how they're getting finessed, how the government truly doesn't care about you and the hard work that you bring to get that money. Because even if you put your money in a savings account like you were told to, your money will never truly rise. So, for that reason, a lot of people are jumping into the crypto game. Now, if we go down just a little bit, this hits it right on the dot. The perceived store of value assets like Bitcoin and gold are rising as investors reassess the stickiness of inflation in the wake of a hotter than expected October. Now, this is happening more because of what got passed recently, which was a $2 trillion. The reason this hurts it so badly, and this being our fiat currency, is because people's belief in the dollar drops as more gets spent. See, in the real world, literally, the federal government can just say we need more money and they make it. There's just a guy that presses a button, a few numbers change, and bam. Whereas in the crypto world, you can't necessarily just say we need more money. In the case of Bitcoin, there's only going to be 21 million of them available, which basically means that there's a set amount, which means with time, as more people get into it, the cost of it will go up, which means that faith will continue to go up and store of value stays in place. Whereas with fiat currency, since they can make as many and infinite as they please, there is really no end to it. So people's perceived value of that drops and makes it so that people are less willing to save fiat currency. Uh, Now, and you have to also remember, as someone who lives in California, I've seen it already. The cost of living in the US has been rising. Food costs have been going up, and more importantly, there's specific things that have been going up in price, like used cars. For example, my godfather just recently went out to buy a new vehicle, and he had to settle. As weird as that sounded, he went out for a specific type, but he really didn't want to wait. Why? Because when he went to the dealer, he literally told me, and he took a picture of it and he showed me that there was literally like maybe 10, 15 cars on the lot. And this is a accredited Ford dealership. And they usually have hundreds to choose from. And even worse, used cars. The price of used cars has just exploded. So with inflation and with the increase of spending and a lack of products here and there, people are starting to get worried, which is why people are jumping into crypto at record numbers. And it's kind of interesting and cool to see. Now, this touches on a little bit the increase of indexes for energy, shelter, food, used cars, and trucks are what contributes to this. Now, I talked about this a little bit with the auto industry, but with food, I've been noticing that there's a lot of restaurants that are just out of specific things. I was at Popeyes, they didn't have specific foods. At Jack in Box, they didn't have specific foods. And a lot of these places don't even have sufficient employees. So they're having you go through drive-through and stuff like that. So it's a pretty crazy time we're living in. But more specifically, it's kind of interesting to see how things are shifting so quickly and how people are falling back on a cryptocurrency. Ever since October, that's really when Bitcoin has been blowing up, and it's rallied 40% since October. And I remember getting into Bitcoin earlier in the year. And I'm going to be completely honest with all of you. My crypto knowledge started earlier this year. I really got deeper because of Dogecoin. I learned about Bitcoin and what the possibilities are. I was sold and have been buying in since it reached about 30,000. I've been buying little by little by little, every couple of weeks, every month or so, and just accumulating up to this point. And because of that, I've seen some good output of money gains because of it. Now it's on paper, of course, but it's pretty interesting to see how quickly your money can grow in crypto if you go in at the right times. And this is what I want to talk to you guys about, more specifically with Bitcoin. So let's move back a little bit with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has what's known as its ups and its downs, right? And it's just very easy to tell. Exactly 3 months ago, Bitcoin was on the 40s. Right now, it's closer to the 70s. $30,000 difference. Now, if we go back a full year, this is where it gets very interesting because it was as low as $20,000 back in early 2020. We're talking literally just in January. Bitcoin was at $20,000. That means if you would have put your money in a Bitcoin, you would have 4x your money instantly within a 1 year time period. Now, of course, if you go further back, you see that the crazy changes that happened. Let's go to all. Within the years, it's been going up and down. There's been times of highs, times of lows, but that's what sets all people apart, the investors. You have to be able to remove your emotions from crypto in order to see some actual gains in this market. What do I mean by that? At certain points right now, we're riding a high. You're increased adrenaline, you're checking your charts on a daily basis, But for what, right? Unless you're willing to sell or you're a day trader, there's no real reason. See, check it over here at 2017. We noticed that the price was at 20,000. At that point in time, that was a lot of money. That was considered the wow factor of the time, and people were super bullish on it. I remember hearing about Bitcoin at that time, but then something happened. It dipped. It fell hard. In literally just a year's time, it went from $20,000 to just 3,500. Imagine getting into Bitcoin at that $20,000 mark. Obviously, a lot of people felt burned, it hurt. That's why you saw close to 2 years of really just stagnant or slight increase and rises. It wasn't until people felt a little bit more comfortable again and they started purchasing, and you saw that $64,000 increase here in 2020. And of course, you saw the dip. I feel like a lot of those people from 2017 came in and said, you know what? I have learned from this. I'm out. But of course, people are like, this happens. So they went back in, started buying, and then you see it going up to the 50s. And then we are here now, close to the 70s. And this is important. This is something really what the video was about. And that's telling you the importance of holding and keeping your emotions out of the crypto world, any investment. If you are so invested in this investment that you can't sleep, that all you do is watch the charts, really think to yourself, did I invest too much money? Did I get too far into this? Am I in need of that cash so badly that I have to take it out? Really think to yourself, because crypto is very unpredictable. Yes, it's here for the long term, but I don't think there's any way that you'll make any real money if you just jump in because of the fear of missing out, or because you are thinking you're going to get rich quick. Don't do that, because the chances are very minimal. Now, let's go head it over to the news of the day. Uh, Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple, and he just came out saying that he holds some crypto. He did mention that he doesn't plan on buying any crypto for his company, which is Apple, but this is big news. This is big because this is just another high level investor, high level person, someone that others look up to for financial choices, technological advances, and new and bright ideas. Tim Cook literally stated that he owns cryptocurrency, and but he didn't say what kind. And earlier we talked about this a little bit, but if I have to guess, he most likely owns Bitcoin. Kevin O'Leary came out earlier in the year, earlier in last month, and he said he also owned Bitcoin. You've seen people like Mark Cuban. Bitcoin's always in there. Uh, you also saw someone like Elon Musk. He said, I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Bitcoin's always on the list. Why? Because of its store of value and it being the first. If you're not in Bitcoin already, please do so. It is key to diversify, but if you have to jump into just one crypto, let that be at least Bitcoin. Just keep that in mind when you see CEOs, high level politicians, people that know there's a reason for it. These people don't just put their money in there willy nilly. There's a lot that goes into that, and they do plenty of research as well. And to come out and publicly say it is a big deal. I can already picture like Apple getting into the crypto game. I really enjoy having an iPhone. They do really well with the UI systems. So seeing Apple and the CEO getting into this would be very interesting. I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon. Apple has a tendency to just wait for someone else to do it. So maybe Samsung can get into something, but Apple, I think, is going to be a great catalyst for it. So definitely, my question is, what do you guys think about Bitcoin right now? Do you guys think it's going to keep going up? Alrighty, humans, that does it for today. We're going to be making videos like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just catching up with you, the community, and seeing exactly what's happening in the crypto world, financial world, tech world, anything that lands in that space that we enjoy so much. And I just want to ask you guys a simple question. Have you guys staked any cryptocurrency and had it locked So and then it pumped and you couldn't actually sell it when you wanted to. I'd love to hear if you've ever been in that position. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys did, drop a like. If you guys didn't, do as you please. Subscribe if you can, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Money Garden HQ. And I'll leave you with this. The best you can do in crypto is absolutely nothing. Just hold and wait. I'll leave you guys with that. Peace. Goodbye.